doesn't know me, I am Kingdom Geekdom. I run a couple of channels on YouTube, one about geek stuff, mostly video games, and another one about tabletop role-playing games. And so I thought if I was going to get into the streaming aspect, why not combine the two and stream tabletop role-playing games, video games based on tabletop role-playing games. So that's what I'm doing here. I am playing Solasta, Crown of the Magister. I'd say underrated game because not a lot of people talk about it. It is enough that it is getting a sequel, and that's part of the reason why I'm getting into it again. I played it once through, even some of the DLC. Then when I was looking into a sequel, I found out that there was a DLC that I missed, and so I'm gonna play it again. That's a high level DLC. So we'll start over to the normal campaign, go on to the higher level DLC, see how that goes. And I got all of the DLCs and all of the Green's histories, classics, backgrounds, all that jazz to choose from, and I already made up characters. Started the campaign here. Magister. I am going to use the intro. It's a lot of just jumping out of play, which is easy to pick up. It's fine for people who haven't played the game. It's good. You can play little things. But other than that, you don't need it. I'll start with the first character here. We are going off of characters that I created. Those characters that I am like here. Like I have here. I can't show them off, but that's fine. We'll do that later. Lane, I've heard it was pronounced. And then we have Electra. Some of these might sound familiar, some might not, based on characters that I enjoy in other media. Alright, let's start this game. That looks good. So I do really like this game, and I'd like to see if I can do anything to drive up interest in it before the sequel comes out, so the sequel could be even, better, more anticipation for it, so it can be successful. Maybe we'll get a third one. Maybe the company that makes this, I think is really great, would branch out and maybe do something else, because this game is made. I've heard that it was made with the the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition SRD, or open gaming license or whatever. So this isn't official content, but it's like this isn't official content. It's stuff that they kind of created that other people can do to help create. I'm just getting a few things set up first. That's interesting. Anywho, we can hit any button to continue. I have a new quest. I have to go to Legacy Council. So this is very basic Dungeons and Dragons stuff. It's more. This isn't a very. It's more of a gameplay focused CRPG instead of like the story, character choice kind of things. It's a very linear story, very low budget, but it's a game that a lot of people like, and it's one of those things where you've seen it if you watched the previews for Solasta 2, you've seen the increase, how well this did, gave them a little more money, and it looks like it definitely has that higher production value, and hopefully you can get another game, that game does well, getting another one, whether it's a Solasta 3 or they branch out and try something else. Will be interesting to see, but just find it interesting, and hopefully they'll do well because I like this game. So let's start off here. I have to go to the Legacy Council to get some orders, and I'm not exactly sure where that is. And it's over here. Oh, I can't get it right yet. That is right. This stuff is. I hope I'm going the right way.
This place is magnificent.
Yeah. There's a bunch of things to do that I can't do yet. I have to go off and do it in the order that they want me. Do it in, like I said, very, very linear. Some would argue railroady, but it's more. This seems almost like a proof of concept in certain ways, which is fine because
I
really
never
enjoy
thought
the
I'd get so close to the embassies.
Here we go.
Look at the size of this council hall.
So, this is what they spend our taxes on.
Look, is that...
The princess. Wait, is she leaving?
Apparently so.
Then who will administer the oath?
It's not her.
There's an oath keeper for that, I think.
You thought it would be the princess?
Doesn't she lead the council?
No. In this chamber, she's just another delegate. Lady Keene, the council's oath keeper, is trusted by all.
Lord Karen,
Yes, milady.
are these your new deputies?
They are, milady.
My name is Lyra Keene, Oath Keeper of the Council.
Pipe down!
And I will be administering your vows. Once sworn in, you will carry the authority of the Council wherever you go. Your every action will reflect upon the Council's reputation. Remember that. Always. Now, please, raise your right hands. Do you, each and all, solemnly swear your lives and allegiance to this Council, and promise to carry forth our mission to protect our alliance from any who would threaten the common good?
I swear.
Excellent. Lord Karen will enter your name into the Council's register. Thank you for your service.
Congratulations, deputies.
Wait, that's it?
I mean, short and sweet. Let's focus on the mission.
Stop wasting time. What's the mission?
Well, a motivated deputy. So, the mission. As I'm sure you know, the council maintains a number of outposts to secure the border between the Principality and the Marches. One of them is the former Imperial Fortress, KLM. It's held by some 50 troops under the command of Captain Henrik. He sends us weekly status reports, or rather, he used to. We haven't heard a word from him in 3 weeks. Leave immediately for KLM and find out if anyone there is still alive. If Captain Henrik or anyone else is still breathing, bring him back. The Council wants a first-hand report.
Yeah, let's just ask a bunch of questions, because those are always good.
Wait, these marches, they're not in the Badlands, are they?
The Marches are a no-man's land between the civilized world and the Badlands. It's outside the chain of mountains that really define the Badlands. We wouldn't send you in there. Yet.
Yeah, so I don't exactly remember all of the details of the storyline, so I'm going to be surprised again by any twists and turns.
A whole garrison gone? There are only 4 of us.
Just find out what happened. Run back if you get scared.
Got it. Though we were hoping for a first mission with more riches than risk, if you catch my drift.
You don't get to choose your mission, I'm afraid. So, gather what you need and go. Time is of the essence.
Also, I won't be making too many guesses for the storyline. I don't want to, if I secretly, subconsciously remember something, give anything away.
What can you tell us about this Captain Henrik?
A fine officer, more than 15 years in the Principality's army. He inspires trust, loyalty, and courage, hence the decision to post him there, facing danger.
Oh, that's everything.
Right, I guess that's that. It's on to KLM.
I got a little sympathy or a little relations. Like, I guess I could read these tutorials. The 5 council factions have representatives in Kaiflin. They can sell you equipment, spells, and many other things. The better your relationship with a faction, the more they have to offer, and the lower their prices. However, these factions are in competition with each other, which means you can't please them all. Various subquests will give you opportunities to improve your relationships with one faction or another. Keep an eye on the faction section of the journal. I like how they're called subquests, not like side quests. Map. Click on the map icon to open the location map. When a waypoint has been found, you can use it to travel to another place in the location. For now, you can use it to fast travel. You can use fast travel to return to the Grave Keep's cast. Understood. Ooh, look, I get to level up. Oh, I can't level up though until I rest. I can only level up after a long rest. So let's talk to this person first. They have the little bubble that I can talk to them.
There's life yet, adventurers.
Marayaki's smile on you.
Lady of Life, a follower of the goddess.
What are
We
what
do
are your
require
services?
your services.
I can learn some crafting stuff. Yeah, so this has a pretty decent crafting system, which is pretty cool. It's nothing like intensive or super sophisticated, but it allows you to collect some stuff and craft some items that end up being beneficial to you, like health potions and whatnot. So it's always fun. You can craft magic weapons as long as you have the right materials and utensils, I guess, tools. Why? There we go. Let's see. Anything else on the map? Oh, yeah, there's something over here. I can get, like I said, some materials. Angry Violet times 3. Well, I can go over the characters, but I'm about to level up, so we can just wait until then to go over them. Let's see. Can I talk to anybody yet? No, see how it's like the chat bubble there is grayed out. I'm not going to be able to say anything to them. Any other containers I can loot? Don't think so. Let's see, maybe. What's great about this, like one of the things I didn't like playing Baldur's Gate 3 is that I couldn't just like open up the map, click a spot, and be like, I want to go here. Like you can in a lot of other CRPGs, the more isometric ones. So, I'm so glad you can do that in this game. As you can see, it can take a while to get from point A to point B, so not having to click all the way there is pretty good. Well, it doesn't look like I can get into that chest. So we're going to go here, see how I can fast travel. I wonder what this person has to say.
Go get killed in the Badlands.
Nothing important.
Hello, adventurers. What can I offer you?
I'm not going to be rude and tell him his beer tastes bad. I don't really care about this.
Tell
place,
us
but
about
let's
your
ask
tavern.
anyway.
The inn? Well, it's not that old, but somehow it feels like it's been here forever. Well, you can meet all kinds of people here, that's the good thing. An old scavenger, a diplomat from the council, a knight, a lord, a beggar. We also have rooms to rent by the night.
Why the name Gravekeep's Cask?
Well, it's very old, from imperial times. Perhaps a historian would know, but I don't.
All right.
We'd like to stay for the night.
Sure. Just walk up to the suite and settle in.
A suite?
It's more like a large bedroom, really. But you know, this is the capital city.
Yeah, it's not fair. I have to rest. And yet, they charge me 10 gold. Okay, we're leveling up here. So, right now, this is Zank. He's a paladin. He's a half-elf. Got not great stats. I mean, no, 17 strength, 17 con, 16 charisma with a 13 dex is actually not. That's pretty good for a level 1 character. So I've unlocked my smite fighting style, classic paladin stuff. Dueling. I am going to do sword and shield dueling for extra damage. Might be nice. I'm not going to do great weapon fighting. I'm not going to do protection. So the defense to gain 1 AC. What is his AC currently? Does it say over here? I don't. Oh, there it is. 18. 18's solid for now. I think 18's good enough. I'm going to do a dueling. Fighting style, get that +2. For the, sword in one hand kind of thing. Oh, wait. What did I do? That's preparing spells. Let's validate that. Let's level you up. So this is Pickle Boulder. He's a Hill Dwarf Druid. He only got 9 strength, but 16 dex, 18 con, 18 wisdom, and then 13 charisma, 13 intelligence. So pretty good. When I created the characters, I did random rolls for all of them. So you just click. I just maybe clicked reroll a couple times until I got the stats up where I wanted them. Right now, get an extra first level spell slot, and I've unlocked the wild shape, so that's cool. I think he gets he gets the circle now. What is Circle of the Land? Circle of the Land is made up of mystics and sages who safeguard the ancient knowledge of the old faith. As a member of this circle, your magic is influenced by the land where you were initiated into the circle's mysterious rites. So I learn a druid cantrip of my choice in the natural recovery once per day when I complete a short rest. You can recover a number of expended spell slots, max 5th level, up to half of your druid level, rounded up. That's interesting. That's decent. Kindred Spirit. At the beginning of time, there was harmony between animals and sentient beings. Some of them even forged an unbreakable bond, melding 2 minds and souls in 2 bodies, so that the 2 bodies shared their bond. This ancient bond has been preserved in the Circle of the Kindred Spirits, an order of druids preserving this sacred bond. Let's see what I got a spirit call, so I can choose a spirit to bond to, and it grants a bonus to the bonded druid. So spirit call, use an action to call your kindred, so it's a full action. Spirit within a 6 cells, so that would be about 30 feet. If the spirit dies, you must complete a long rest before you can call it again. That's not that bad. My kindred spirit has the following features: proficiency bonus equals my proficiency bonus, the druids. The attack rolls of the druids a melee spell attack. Saving throws of the druids. Saving throws. Intelligence is always 8. Advantage to attack on enemies engaged with the druid or the druid's allies. So it says intelligence is always 8. I would still have the intelligence saving throw bonus because it's all the saving throws. Huh. Advantage to attack on enemies engaged with the druid or the druid's allies. That's always nice. If the kindred spirit dies, the druid sustains 3d6 psychic damage and is stunned for the remainder of the turn unless unconscious. After a short rest, the kindred spirit regains the same HP as the druid does from spending hit dice. And then I wonder, I think this is mostly flavor. I don't know if that changes anything mechanically. And then you have Circle of Winds. Druids from this circle draw their strength from the winds. As the cataclysm raged, the connection druids felt to nature frayed, but not so for the Circle of the Winds. They felt the mana currents carried by the winds, and through them a connection to nature. Through this, they were able to protect nature from the worst of the cataclysm-born depredations. So, carried by the wind, casting a spell of level 1 or higher makes you automatically take the disengage action for free and gain +2 movement speed until the end of your turn. That's not that great. What's at higher levels, though? Level 6, Sheltering Breeze. You can use a bonus action to let Sheltering Breeze blow upon all allies within 6 cells of you. All affected creatures, including yourself, have advantage to all saving throws until the start of your next turn. That's not that long, and that's a bonus action at least. For each long rest, you can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom bonus. Yeah, I don't think this is all that great. Let's see, Guiding Winds. Whenever you hit an enemy with an attack roll, so it's a spell or weapon, the next attack roll against them before the end of your next turn has advantage. Cool. And that seems passive, like that's always active. You can do that any number of times, so that's pretty solid. Upon reaching 14, you are constantly under the effect of freedom of movement, and you gain +1 cell movement and a +3 bonus stun initiative. That's pretty slick too, but I feel like this isn't that great. Circle of Balance. Some say that druids from the Circle of Balance are gentle healers, while others tell of merciless executioners. The truth is, both are right. Nature giveth and nature taketh away. That sounds pretty interesting. So carried by the... Let's clickety clack on the Circle of Balance. Circle of Balance spells. In your list and always prepared. I have Prayer of Healing, Calm Emotions, Mass Healing Word, Revivify, Banishment, Blight, Mass Cure Wounds, Cloud. Those are some decent always prepared spells. Gift of Life. Whenever you use a level 1 or higher spell to restore hit points to a creature, they also regain an additional number of hit points equal to your level at the start of their next turn. So they're going to get 2 and then just keep going up. That's good. That's good. Bonus Healing. Bonus Healing is always good. I think Circle of Balance sounds cool. I'm going to go with that. I get to pick a cantrip. I want to do Venomous Spike. A bone spike that pierces and poisons its target. That sounds cool. So I have this available now, right? Change. Anything, let's just could do produce flame or poison spray. That's nice. Now let's prepare your spells. Cure Wounds, Entangle, Healing Word, Long Strider, Fog Cloud. I think I'm going to get rid of Long Strider in favor of Thunder Wave, just because there's not too much offensive magic. Now, one thing I do know is that you have to carry rations in this game, because you have to eat, and the rations weigh you down, because it really cares about encumbrance. This is very rules heavy, not heavy, but it's very strict to the rules of D&D 5e as written. So encumbrance is a thing, so having good berry would mean that I don't have to carry as many rations when I'm traveling. So that's why I'm going to definitely have that prepared. Because there's a little thing when you travel that you can click to always cast that at the end of every day. So we are going to validate these spells. Next up is Dwayne. Dwayne is a rock gnome wizard. Got decent dex at 15, a con of 14. That 18 intelligence. So gonna gain an arcane tradition. Get some spell slots. Also got the arcane recovery. That's always good. Now we have Green Mage. Green Mages are the heirs to the ancient traditions of the Sylvan Elves. They are wardens of the forest, specialized in nature magic, and also reliable bowmen, trained to survive without spells if need be, as they had to be in the wake of the Cataclysm. Let's see, Green Mage's spells from the Green Mage list are considered wizard spells for you: Animal Friendship, Detect Poison and Disease, Entangle, Fairy Fire, Good Berry, Hunter's Mark. That's decent. Get to do more damage. Although I thought Hunter's Mark specifically says weapon damage. I'd have to look into that. Long Strider, Bark Scan, Pass Without Trace, Lesser Restoration, Find Traps, Protection from Poison, Call Lightning, Conjure Animal, Create Food. That'd be good later on. Daylight, Wind Wall, Dominate Beast, Freedom of Movement, Giant Insect, Identify creatures? Okay. Contagion, Insect Plague, Conjure Fey, Heroes Feast, Wall of Thorns, Firestorm, Regeneration, Resurrection, Earthquake. Well, great. Smithing, you are trained to craft basic ammunition with smith's tools, arrows, and bolts. Warden of the Forest, you get light armor proficiency, which is never going to be as good as mage armor. You got short bow proficiency and the fighting style, archery. That's actually pretty slick, but like, still feel it'd be better to just firebolt. Unless, no, because like a short bow, I think the short bow's range before it goes on to long range is 120, which is the same, I believe, as firebolt. Natural explorer, you benefit from the same advantages as rangers when in a forest environment. All right, now we have the lore master. Lore masters are obsessed with the lost knowledge of pre-cataclysm times. They know the old empire had superior magic, and they long to learn more about lost spells and rituals. Their magic is focused on gathering all possible knowledge. Let's see. Keen mind, advantage on arcana, history, investigation ability checks. Advantage to copy scrolls to your spellbook. Scrolls and potion crafting costs and times are half. That's decent. Let's see the Shock Arcanist. Shock Arcanists were the battle mages of the Mankalan Empire. That's the old collapsed empire. Forgotten, lost, destroyed civilization thing. Their teachings have survived the cataclysm to become a renowned and feared magical tradition taught in every major magic school. So when casting spells from the war list, they count as being cast as one slot level higher than the one you actually use. So Burning Hands, Magic Missile, Thunder Wave, Acid Arrow, Scorching Ray, Flaming Spear, Fireball, Lightning Bolt, Ice Storm, Cone of Cold, Mind Twist, Disintegrate, Chain Lightning, Freezing Sphere, Incendiary Cloud. All would be at higher levels. I mean, automatically casting your 3rd level Fireball as a 4th level Fireball is pretty nice. Let's see what the court mages. Court mages are the magical equivalent of elite bodyguards. Highly prized during the Mankalan era when society was ruled by magic, this tradition has slowly resurfaced in more recent years. So always prepared. You gain proficiency with shields, which is nice, and gain the protection fighting style, which is also decent, which allows you to use your reaction to impose disadvantage on an attack roll made against an ally next to you, provided you are wearing a shield. And then spell shield. You can use an action to create a powerful shield around yourself and an ally you can see within 6 cells. This spell shield grants both of you temporary hit points equal to 4 times your level for up to 1 hour. That can be pretty slick, because that's, 80 hit points by the time you get to level 20? Of course, I don't think this goes to level 20. I think the max is like 16. This campaign, actually, I think the max is 10. Or 12, because it looked like they had level 10 characters for the higher level one that can complete, or the higher level campaign that can be played after this is completed as the DLC one. But either way, 40 HP by the time I'm done as temporary hit points. That's pretty slick. And yeah, I can use this power twice, and then need to take a long rest to recover it. So twice per day, I can give 40 HP. Once I get to level 10, temporary hit points. The spell, or the shield proficiency is nice. Get that +2 to AC, and it does work with mage armor. I do believe, because like there's always the argument, is our shield's armor. I'm gonna go with that. Class spells. I get to learn 2 more class spells. I already know Burning Hands. So I already know Burning Hands, Identify, Mage Armor, Thunder Wave, Shield, and Magic Missile. So, learn Detect Magic. That's always good for things. See, they have Charm Person, but remember, you don't really get to use Charm Person all that well. I mean, if you can use it in combat, but then they have advantage on the saving throw, and then it becomes like not that great because you're not dominating them. You don't tell them what to do. They're just friendly with you, and they can still attack your allies or not do what you want them to. So I'm going to go with Protect versus Evil and Good. And last but not least, we have Electra. Electra's a Sylvan Elf Monk. So unlocked. I got key points, Patient Defense, Flurry of Blows, flurry of blows. I want to say flurry of bows, unarmored movement, typical monk stuff. Guess if you don't actually know how D&D works, maybe I could have gone over this for you, but sorry. Now I'm going to actually like look up the character, or look at the character. So I said this stuff earlier. He has the acolyte background, which gives religious training. I get potion making, additional languages. Most of the languages in this game aren't like worthwhile. Or I don't want to say aren't worthwhile. Having different languages in the game doesn't really change the game all that much. Okay, so proficiencies. I mean, typical athletics, acrobatics, stealth, insight, nature, persuasion, religion. I get an herbalism kit. Like I said, so you have common, elvish, orcish, ultimarian. When you go to like select, when you're making a character and go to select languages, a lot of them will say, this actually isn't useful in this game. So I try to avoid a lot of those, but I think I have, between the four, easily found every language that is actually applicable in the game. So crafting there, and then paladin spells. I have bless, cure wounds, heroism, shield of faith. The problem is I can't cast any of these spells without I have a sword and shield, and I need a free hand because, like I said, it's very strict on those rules. Back to the character, we go back with Pickle. Like I said, Hill Dwarf, Circles, Druid of Balance is a Wanderer background, which gives crafting and proficiencies, Smith's tools, and herbalism kit. Get survival, perception, medicine, nature. Obviously, intelligence and wisdom saving throws, like all druids. Those spells, we already went over the spells that he has. Let's go back to Wayne. Has an academic background. Has what's that called? Not proficiency, but bonus expertise. That's what it's called in history. And then proficiency in Arcana, Investigation, Nature, and Religion. Has the Smith's tools, the Manicalan Rosary, which it's pendant use to enchant items using prime materials created by the ancient Manicalan masters of magic. It is almost impossible to reproduce their rituals, but they may be completed by one who has the required skill and ingredients. And a scroll kit. So she can craft a lot of stuff, because as you can see, there's 5 different things you can use to craft. And she actually can use all of them except for, I want to say, a poisoner's kit? No one in the party has a poisoner's kit. Huh. Poisons are decent. Once again, it's like, I believe it's a full action to coat the weapon. Then, so, do you really want to waste an action to coat the weapon? Alright, and then we can go to, let's see, Electra, Sylvan Elf Monk. Has an aristocrat background as Electro Wood. Proficiencies, got the Smith proficiencies, survival, perception, persuasion, intimidation, history, stealth, acrobatics, athletics. And then she can craft missiles. Okay, so actually Egwene is proficient in everything. It just says that these things aren't in inventory, because if she wasn't proficient, it would say not proficient. Interesting. Okay, so I did that. I rested. There's somebody up here I can talk to, is there not? Does not look like he wants to talk to me. So let's bring the map back up. Oh yeah, I have to, I think, go somewhere and then they'll talk to me. Doesn't that trigger some kind of cutscene? Oh, here we go. I guess I could probably have looked into my journal to see what popped up. Buy some food for the journey. I need to buy 4 food for the journey. See, like I said, food. I don't need food. I got good berry. Why would I need food? Tutorial crafting. In Solasta, you can craft various items. To do so, you need the proper equipment, ingredients, skill, and time. For magical items, sometimes you need to know spells. Crafting is performed while traveling once your party has set up camp but is not yet sleeping. Characters can devote some of their free time to working on their current crafting tasks. These are the tools required for crafting. Potions need an herbalism kit, scrolls need a scroll kit, poisons need a poisoner kit, enchanted weapons and armor need a Manicalan rosary, and you need to be proficient with these tools to use them. Crafting skills. Even if you're proficient with a given crafting tool, you'll still need specific skills to make successive checks against the recipes you see. To craft potions, sometimes medicine is enough, but arcana is very useful. To craft poisons, medicine or nature is useful. To craft scrolls or enchanted items, arcana is a must. Crafting requires ingredients that can be found while adventuring and gathered from flowers, bushes, and rocks, and sometimes from dead creatures. Obviously, you can also buy them from shops unless they are very rare. Enchanting requires primed items that have been magically prepared for enchanting by Manakalan master smiths, whose secrets were lost with the cataclysm. Generally, a primed item will require a very rare additional ingredient to fulfill its potential. Gosh, reading is much harder than I remembered. Finally, to craft an item, I say that because I read a lot, but not out loud. Finally, to craft an item, you need to know which ingredients to combine. These recipes can be learned by reading manuals or taught by masters. Solastan factions generally keep copies of recipes and sell them at good prices to their friends, but some can be found out there in the Badlands too. Once a recipe has been learned, all the party can use it. To start crafting, open the character screen and click on the crafting tab. Simply select the recipe that is available to start. The progress bar will find you as you travel, and you will be notified. It will fill as you travel. Gosh. You will be notified when the operation is over, so you can launch another one if you want. Remember that if you cancel a crafting operation, the ingredients are lost. Understood.
Hello. How may I help you?
Oh, yeah, let's just ask.
What do you sell here?
Mostly potions for heroic adventurers like yourselves. I also have recipes for customers who like to craft their own. And ingredients, too. Even rare flowers from the Badlands. Come back anytime. I'm almost always open.
Almost. Alright, let's see your wares. Crafting healing potions are always good. I could get a crap poisoner's kit, but like I said, I don't think poisons are that great. I don't have that much money at the moment. I don't think that's a priority before leaving. Spellbook. I already have a spellbook. Oh. Let's see. So he has the holy symbol. That's good. I don't think has a focus. Oh, right there. No, I don't want to sell it. Oops. We're gonna have to get out of here. So you have a druidic focus, and then you obviously have your opponent pouch. So that's good. Let's close out of here, and then I think there's an issue. Can I cast spells? You must wield a spell focus or component pouch, druidic. So now I gotta go in my inventory. I have this, but where does this go? Oh, I have to put it here, so I can't hold the healing tincture, which, can do 1d8 healing. That's always pretty good. All right. Close out of here. I need to buy food. So where am I buying food from? Oh, her. I see. I see the exclamation point telling me exactly where to go. How could I have missed that?
Welcome to Gorim's Emporium.
That rhymes.
Are you Gorim?
That's me, the one and only.
What do you have to sell?
Everything you'll need for going out there into the Badlands. Food, ropes, torches, and of course armor and weapons. I also have some other stock like remedies and antitoxins. That can come in handy. Ever heard of deep spiders?
You're not giving me an option to respond to that, so we'll just have to see your wares. See, you have food. I needed to buy 4. That's what I needed. Let's include. And we can still go. Okay. She doesn't have a shield, but she has the proficiency in shields. Can I buy one, and how much does it cost? Right there. I see backpacks, or am I am just seeing things. That's armor. buy a shield. How much gold? I saw I have 112 gold left. Let's buy that. Yeah, that's probably all I need. Wait, no. I want you to have a short bow. Wait, hold on. I don't know. Are you proficient with short bows or long bows? Because as a Sylvan elf, you get that elven proficiency, and you have a good dex, and that would be your only real ranged thing. So you have darts. Whatever. What's this? Antitoxin. So you have an antitoxin. Proficiencies, weapon proficiencies. Long bow. Okay, long bow. Let's buy you a longbow. I don't have to talk to you. I'm gonna just go over here.
Deputies? A word, if you please.
So famous already? Oh, I love it.
You were in there too. Are you a member of the council?
I'm Annie Bagmorder, quartermaster of the Scavengers Guild. We don't have a seat in there, but they all know exploring the Badlands without us would be a bad idea. That's why you should stop by our headquarters downtown. You'll need our services, I'm sure.
Is that compulsory?
No. But you'll find our services useful. Everyone does. Did Lord Karen not tell you?
No, he pretty much stuck to giving orders.
Oh, right. Anyway, we offer plenty of help and advice to beginners like you.
We are grown-ups, you know. At least, most of us are.
Of course you are. Well, good luck.
Inviting beggars to the council? How peculiar.
I'd rather visit the temple, honestly.
The scavengers. They've seen so much already. The first explorers of the ancient empire.
So what do you think? Should we check out their headquarters?
It's not far, but...
I've had enough talking. Let's go and kill some monsters.
If there's business to be done, we can't afford not to.
Quick shopping. Near a merchant, you'll find a quick shopping interaction. This bypasses the discussion to instantly open the merchant's interface. You can still talk to the NPC merchant if needed. Understood. I was in the process of doing that when you interrupted me. Longbow. I want a longbow for you. Oh, wait, you don't sell long? Oh, there's one, right? Ooh, 52 gold. That's a lot of money. I'm very low on money now. Or not, I guess not very low, but much lower than I was. That was more than half my gold right there. Yeah, I know it's not a monk weapon, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be a monk weapon. I'm not going to make the unarmored attack. It's only going to be a ranged thing. You can't do that on range. Let's see, where are you? You're over here. Let's come talk to you. And then we'll go fight some monsters, okay?
Ah, you came.
You piqued our curiosity. So, what exactly do you have to offer?
You don't know?
Do you sell healing potions?
No, we don't. There's a shop for that.
What kind of help do you offer to people like us?
Simple. Now, people like you typically carry out missions for the Council. In the Marches, even in the Badlands. Sometimes far away, like Captain Merrin.
Who's Captain Merrin?
You really must be new. She's one of yours. Senior Deputy of the Council. Anyway, you trek out to some old ruin in the Badlands, kill a bunch of orcs. Well, you're still a bit green, so let's say goblins.
Ouch! You're hurting our feelings.
Orcs will hurt much more than your feelings, believe me. And stop interrupting, it's rude. So let's say you find yourself with a whole load of rusty swords, leather armor, Shields, too much for you to lug back here.
Oh, so we're puny as well as green. Thanks so much.
So instead, you brave heroes just clear the place of monsters and draw us a nice clean map. Then we take our carts and pick up every piece of junk. We bring it back, we sell it, and we split the profits with you. We move the stuff, you go off to kill more bad things. Everybody wins.
For a percentage, of course.
What? You could never carry it all anyway. Not in your little backpacks.
It is true. Alright.
Well, thank you. I guess that's it for us?
Fine. Feel free to visit us any time. Or drop into any scavenger camp.
Are there others?
Anywhere we can settle. By the way, if you find Captain Henrik, tell him we're still interested.
In what?
In getting our people to Caer Lem. The outpost is perfect for us. Close to the Badlands, with plenty of space for our camp.
Right. We'll tell him if we find him.
That would be appreciated. The more you do for us, the more we do for you.
Oh, so this business relationship can get better.
And I hope it will, friend.
I guess we'll see you around then.
Sure. Good luck out there. And don't forget, in the Badlands, always keep your eyes open.
Will do. Alright. So, is there anything else that it wants me to do here? It doesn't look like there's any... Because I'm pretty sure I can't talk to any of the embassy people yet. So... I'm wondering if I can still... I can buy, because I don't have thieves' tools. Which doesn't look like I can buy. I wonder if I can buy from somebody on the in the Sunblaze Court. Poisoner's kit's 58 gold? Dang. Are you gonna, like, sell me stuff, or just ignore me? Yeah. It does take a while. I kind of wish I could. I should have fast traveled to the thing in the middle and then clicked on her.
It's an honor.
Yeah, you're not gonna actually notice me. Okay, so I'm gonna just get out of here. All right. Where's the front gate? I think it's over here. See, this is what we'll do this time. Zoop! Flew right there, and then we're gonna come over here. Because I do believe. This is where the front gate is. Yep. There we go. I'm leaving. Alright, rest of my party. Catch up, catch up, catch up! Yay. About to leave this current area. Yes. Proceed. And now you can see like what it's like to travel, which is pretty fun. Here we go. Use the arrow keys to explore the map. Click on a destination to plan your travel. Your party will take some time to get there. While en route, adventurers can gather food by foraging or hunting. They can also find crafting ingredients and encounter travelers, remarkable locations, or even monsters. A slow pace lets you move cautiously, trying to remain hidden from monsters. A normal pace is faster but riskier. A fast pace is the quickest of all, but can be dangerous. Rangers will be very useful while in the preferred terrain. You will find more food and are less likely to be surprised by monsters. You can set up travel so you don't need to micromanage your party. Whenever someone can level up, a long rest can be started immediately without finishing the day's travel. When a crafting task is complete, you can set up a new one without losing time. You can open the post-rest window after a long rest, for instance, to modify your prepared spells. Understood. So, where is that? I think I gotta click on it first. Wait, hold up, what's this? Duchy of Character Blend. Oh, that's where I already am. This is where I'm supposed to be going. Prepare to travel. We'll do a normal pace, which should take 3 days, 2 long rests, and then the travel settings. Interrupt the long rest has been completed. I don't think we need to do that. Interrupts when a character can level up. That's cool. Although I don't think you're going to be leveling up. I don't think you gain that much experience while traveling, but I could be mistaken. Interrupt when an item has been crafted. That's not needed. But here we go. Cast the Good Berry spell when the long rest starts. Let's start traveling. Travel routine. Your heroes normally plan their travel so that they are always fit and ready for anything. This routine requires them to travel no more than 8 hours a day and leaves enough time to eat and sleep, and for other activities such as crafting, talking, playing games, playing an instrument, and praying. Sometimes the normal routine will be interrupted and your heroes will need to travel while they should be resting. This will add fatigue and may lead to exhaustion. Adventurers know how to push themselves temporarily and then return to their normal routine, limiting camping activities to get more rest so that fatigue is reduced. Ooh, a group of hostile creatures has managed to surprise us. Start battle. At least when you get like surprised and stuff like this, because you're sleeping or whatnot, or maybe we weren't sleeping, maybe we were still talking. You're in your armor. I don't got to take 10 minutes to put on my heavy armor. Tutorial. Surprise attack. You have been surprised while camping. You must fight off your attackers before you can leave. Having been surprised, you cannot take any actions during the first turn of battle. Don't hold back your spells and powers. You will finish your long rest after the battle, so put all your strength into this fight for survival. This lets your character wait for so this is ready in action. This lets your character wait for a specific condition to be met, so they can then interrupt other characters' turns to perform the readied action. In Crown the Magister, you can ready an attack depending on your character and their equipment and abilities. You can move, use a bonus action, and still use your ready in action. This automatically ends your turn. You can use shortcuts to switch your equipment. You have 3 weapon configuration shortcuts by default. The last shortcut is your light shortcut. It uses the 3rd configuration that includes a torch or other light source. If you have the light cantrip in your spell list, the light button will cast it immediately. Change weapon. You can change your shortcuts in your inventory. Drag and drop a weapon, shield, or other item onto a hand slot to change the shortcut. Alright, so I'm surprised. Oh, I don't think I equipped her shield. That might be not fun. So at least all my people got to go first. I wonder if they did that on purpose. Yeah, that's going to be an attack of opportunity, isn't it? So I gotta attack you. Yeah, we're going to smite you.
Bend the knee
You're dead.
or perish.
Probably didn't even need to do that. Now we're going to run and engage you. Bonus action. Yeah. I can't because he has the sword in his hand, or the sword and shield. So you, I see, but like I said, I didn't do a thing, so inventory, we are going to equip the shield into this hand, because if I do it in the other one, I can't switch it. If I did it in the other one, then I wouldn't be able to cast the spell. So still cast mage.
Arcana Abio Felipe!
And yeah, we're gonna stay here because you get the interception fighting style thing. Let's see. Good wild shape. Oh, you're right there. Let's just attack.
More coming your way.
Did it. Nice. And then I can do something like healing word. And you. That's... Why not spend the key point for flurry of blows?
You have them now.
Because you died already. Oh, can I kill you too then? Yes, I can. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna end your turn. Well, let's go here into cover. This cover is nice. It does. They do like the +2 to AC, +5 to AC stuff, so it's helpful. Oh, there's only one person left. I thought there was more people. And you missed, you bum. Yeah, let's cast a good spell.
Arcana Evo!
You're still alive. That's unfortunate. I have guidance. It doesn't let me cast the venomous strike thing. Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well,
but I got a druid, sword slinging druid. After a night attack, you can safely go back to sleep and complete your long rest. To do so, simply click on the campfire. All your characters will receive the benefits of the long rest as normal. A cleric of the Oblivion domain with peaceful rest will not be surprised in the future. This time was for the purpose of explaining the rules. Understood.
done.
A lot of stuff. Ooh, I don't know what the Scarn powder is. Roll a spider climb. Leather armor? No, I don't need that. Chainmail? I think he's already wearing chainmail, isn't he? I forget. Oh, no, that gives me more information. I don't know. I think he already has chainmail on. More leather armor. I don't need any of this stuff. We are going to close. Yeah, he already has chainmail. Okay. We're going to leave it on that. And then this stuff, I do believe the scavengers will pick up and carry for us. So, let's just go back to sleep. Back to sleep. Back to sleep. I don't know how else to keep doing that with the Billy Madison thing. And on to the outpost. Interrupting travel. You can always interrupt your travel manually by pressing the interrupt button. Then you can click on a character's portrait to open their inventory and possibly start a new crafting activity, change equipment, or check anything you like. Just click the resume button, resume travel. So where? Oh, the interrupt is down here. And we are here. We have arrived at our destination, and I think that will be a great place to end this first stream of this, and hopefully we can continue with more and more. If you're interested, if you ever miss a stream, I have started a third now YouTube channel, Kingdom Geekdom Plays, where I'm going to upload all of my previous
So that's Kerlem.
VODs.
We're almost there. It's just up the hill.
It's a little too quiet, don't you think?
We're in the marches, so quiet can't be trusted.
True. Let's keep our eyes open.
So I'm going to do I got the new channel. I'm going to put everything up there, make lists of the various games I played. I feel like I'm going to play through this one right now, I think, at the beginning. But if anybody has ideas or wants me to look at new things, we'll see how that goes. But anyways, thanks for everyone who stopped by. Thanks for everyone who watched this later. As always, have a great rest of your day.